Welcome to Gainesville, Florida, and the swamp, where, as they like to say here, only the Gators come out alive. This place is cranked up and ready for a big game today. And a game like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, there's history and tradition, but right here, right now, there is tremendous intensity and bitterness on this field. You can feel it. As we'll see the number 6 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 15th ranked team, the Florida Gators. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Gators will kick this away and start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Allen. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Breaking tackles. Brought down at the 28, and that's good enough for a...
I love to watch this offense when they can dominate the line of scrimmage and have a talented back behind him. You continue to pick up first downs. You get the rhythm going. We've been watching Tennessee offenses do that for a long time.
There's the handoff. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. Are we going to see a repeat? Remember, last time these teams played, it got ugly.
Chris, that's one of those games you just hate to see in a rivalry game when it gets so one-sided. Hoping today to see this defense play much better.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. And a sophomore making an impact play.
Well, good job here getting into the backfield and coming up with this sack here by the defensive line from the Florida Gators. And, Chris, you think about Florida, you think about defensive linemen, you think about incredible history and legacy that they've had over the years. Start with Javon Kearse, the freak, what he was able to do, and Kevin Carter, all the sacks he came up with. Dante Fowler, such speed off the edge. Even Derek Harvey, boy, he had an incredible year in 06 when the Gators won the national championship.
Breaks into the clear, it's a sprint. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down. The Volunteers are going to keep this drive rolling. The short completion of the tight end. Big man finally brought down by the cornerback. That was a tough assignment.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. On the run here. Lets it go. Looking right. This one caught. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers. And Kirk, how important is that to get off to a positive start, to draw first blood in a rivalry game like this?
Well, Chris, as you know, in a rivalry game, there's so much emotion. So to be able to put a touchdown on the board first just sets the tone for a big day.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll try the right here. Great cut. They whiff on him. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
A nice first down here by this running back, and what he's doing today makes me reflect on some of the great backs that they've had over the years in Gainesville. Emmitt Smith, arguably one of the best backs, if not the best back in the history of the game. Damian Pierce more recently, but even guys like Eric Rett and Fred Taylor, just really talented running backs with the ability to take it to the house.
Off the play fake on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Going to try to use his legs here. Well, Kirk, you played in rivalry games. No shortage of inspiration, but how do you manage the emotion of it all?
Well, I think you need great leadership from the team. Sometimes teams don't handle the emotions of it, and the game can get sideways on you. The teams that play the best in rivalry games are the teams that have the best leaders to keep them focused on the task at hand.
The pocket breaking down. He cannot escape. Defense with a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
That sack makes it third down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking to throw it on third and very long. The protection breaks down again. Back-to-back sacks.
Now, you just felt that one coming. Third down and long. Those defensive linemen are in that sprinter stance. They know the offense is going to have to throw. Great job of using that athletic ability and speed to get after the quarterback to come up with that sack.
And they've got the return of Corral. And the Volunteers' high-tempo offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? First play of the drive, they look to the right. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the cornerback. Not easy with that size difference. Now it's second down here. Play action fake, looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Jimenez. And they've got him, but there's also a flag on the play. Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. Second down play coming up. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Quarterback looking to scramble. And tackled there by the defense.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got it. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
You need a yard here on fourth down to keep this drive alive. The offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. The Vols will come to the line looking to keep the drive going on fourth down. They're going to run the option. Pitch play to the back. He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop. The guys up front line up. It's first down. Trying to find some room. It's Humphreys. Just runs through a man. A mismatch. Big gain across midfield all the way down to the 34-yard line.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook could really open up on second and inches.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Trying to create here on the move. Oh, the pass is picked off. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right, eyes are downfield, but the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
Running out of time in the pocket. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. The pass rush closing in. He gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. And here comes a deep shot. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. And the Volunteers will send the punt team onto the field. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the coverage team will bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure is coming. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
And they get him down after the completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
The catch hauled in here over the middle. They'll stop him short. The completion gained 5 yards, but brings up fourth down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this fourth down and short.
Fourth down and 2 coming up as you try to keep the drive going. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47. First and 10 now for the offense. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And they'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback drops back, bringing pressure. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Boy, how fortunate is the Florida defensive coordinator when you can rely on speed and quickness like this in the defensive line. No need to blitz. You don't have to bring those linebackers when you have the tradition and speed and excellence in the defensive line like these Florida Gators have.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Catch made on the out route. Makes the grab, and that's a nice gain, but it's going to be short of that marker.
Boy, it's third and forever. The defense sits back in what I would almost call like a prevent defense, trying to avoid the big play, and it nearly cost him. This running back picks up a lot of yards. Almost thought he might pick up the first down. We still do have a fourth down, but at least it's more manageable. Fourth down catch to the right. Finding space at the 20.
Touchdown balls. Strong game by this quarterback.
Man, I know that this guy can make plays downfield, but Chris, how about this touchdown on 4th down? They throw it to him short. He not only picks up the 1st down, but with his wiggle and speed, he takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Last time the defense got a big 4th down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. Using his legs here. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle is made, but that's good for a 1st down at the 47.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the 1st and the 2nd option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Finds room at the 30. And they make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play on the scramble. He saw an opening and just went for it.
And it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
On the run, it's Humphreys. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
So we reach the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. He throws the ball out of bounds there. Smart not to take a sack on that play. Brings up 3rd down.
Now, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
He cannot hold on to the ball. That's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the call here. 3rd down and long. You know they're going to apply pressure. The screen game almost works, but you've got to complete the pass for your guy to have a chance to turn upfield. It's a missed opportunity there on 3rd down and long. Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Bringing it out. It's Allen. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. On the move. It's a foot race. Can they catch him? No! Touchdown! We knew this returner was a dangerous guy. That was an electrifying play all the way to the house.
Chris, it was great blocking, but the guy just looked so natural back there as far as once he got his hands on the ball, it was like he was setting up his blocks, knowing exactly where he wanted to go, and then once he hit it right around midfield, nobody was catching him.
And the Florida offense retakes the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. He's running out of time here. Took contact on the throw. That's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-hole. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
Finally marked out after a big game, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. They'll run it here. And now the defense able to bring him down. It's third down after that run. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
Check this out. Offense going for it inside their own 40. Here's the option play. Max got it on the pitch. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
Down he goes, a sack.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
They make the stop to get the ball carrier down.
Chris, you know me. I love to see defensive backs and especially corners that are willing to come up and get physical against the run game. What a job of making that play in space. No gain because of the play of that corner.
And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much on the return. Tackled at the 17, but a big interception for this defense.
It's third and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
Gators offense retakes the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? The gain is 3 yards, brings up a second down and 7. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Second down play coming up for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. He's moving out of the pocket now. On the run, going to heave it downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. He's got some room and some blockers here. Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
And looking to throw now on first down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Looking for the wideout. And he's got his man open downfield. They finally make the stop there after a huge gain, but that wraps up the first half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Vols will kick this away to start the second half. Return starts from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. He's going to pull it down and run. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the...
They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
That sack sets up a second down and very long. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Pressure coming, and they've got him again.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Lets it go on the move, launching deep. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Defense is coming after him. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop. 1st down here for this offense. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated and get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Hands off to the left. In the clear at the 25. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, the pressure just couldn't quite get to him there. They forced him out to his right on that bootleg, but give him credit. He held his poise, looked at the entire field, couldn't find anybody open, and he just pulled it down and picked up a nice gain.
He's escaping the pocket now. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Looking to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So on 4th down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. And they add to their lead. So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the Florida offense retakes the field. It's a run to the left. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. He's going to take off. That gain is good enough for a 1st down. Ball spotted at the 42.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? It's an option look. Pitches to the back. They've got him behind the line. The option doesn't work at all.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
The pocket breaking down. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, defense does a nice job of pressuring the quarterback. I'll tell you what, that's a heck of an effort by this guy just to be able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
Still down by double digits in the third quarter. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He'll take a deep shot. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. Creative running there. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And the junior gets home making a sack there.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
Let's fly to the wideout. Fired into a tight window and picked off. They get him down after a short return, but interception. Gets the football back to the offense at the 36.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
The Gators offense retakes the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. They get him down, but that's a good run, enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going. So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Looking to scramble. And he just throws it away. So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Extending the play now. They make the tackle, but he gains enough to make the 1st down in what should be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. The ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway. Back at it to start the crew. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. From the shotgun, handoff inside.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Receiver makes the catch. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
Well, anytime you can have a balanced attack, it's always going to help an offense. And, you know, the previous play, they're running the football. That puts a lot of pressure on the eyes of the linebackers and safeties. They start to think about defending the run, and a great job with that play-action call to get them out of position and be able to hit that for that conversion.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And he drops back in the gun. He's moving out of the pocket. They'll try a pass here. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. Another big play for this offense, Kirk. They are not throttling back here, even with a comfortable lead in the fourth quarter.
This defensive coverage seems one step behind the entire game. Even when they call the right coverage, the offense has made the plays that they need to be able to put points on the board.
Getting set. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. Look out, he's got some space. Out past the 30. Past the 10. Return to pick 6. Touchdown, Florida.
Chris, how about the defense coming up with a huge play here? Not only the turnover, but it leads them to a score with a touchdown on this interception. Now they're trying to get back into this game. They may have a shot to make it a lot closer than what we thought.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Allen. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick 6, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now. Running out of time in the pocket. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you've got to have to come up with and make a catch.
And he dumps it off to the tight end. Breaking free at the 35. Out of bounds, but not before a big gain. This offense is ripping the defense apart today.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends, they're really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
Important second down play coming up. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
How about that play call here, Chris? I mean, I'm thinking they're going to run the football and continue to work this clock. This gives you an idea how much confidence they have in their passing game and this quarterback being able to throw the football with the lead in the fourth quarter, completion, and you're able to keep that clock moving.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Chris, it's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Great job by the running back of staying inbounds to continue to work that clock, working here in the fourth quarter with the lead. You got that defense getting closer and closer to their goal line. They are backed up, and they are desperate. They've got to make a play here. The offense just has to take care of the ball, a chance to really secure victory here.
Here we go, third down. Defense needs a stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a 4th and short. Coach is going to take the 3 points. Here comes the field goal unit. And the importance of this attempt, if he makes it, it's now a 3-score game. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
After adding 3 more points to the lead, they're set to kick it off. Bringing it out, it's Lewis. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. A fumble the last possession only led to a field goal. Can they shake off that mistake and get it going here? He's looking to scramble. Gets loose on the scramble and picks up a decent gain. Short of the first down, though. Here's the second down play. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Chris, I think the pressure is taking a toll on this quarterback. You can just tell the pass rush is affecting his progressions and his willingness to throw it away.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. The tight end has got it. Brought down to the 23. Good enough for a first down. And the Gators come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. Takes the handoff again. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there on the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
And here's a deep throw with the clock winding down. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators.
Man, I love this. Chris, I don't think they're going to have a chance to come all the way back. But here we are, under 2 minutes to go, and they continue to show some fight. And then, you know what? Who knows? Maybe you cover an onside kick and you get right back in it.
And the point after is good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field. This game is not over yet. Let's see how the offense plays it. They love to chew some clock here, but can't get too complacent. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He's moving out of the pocket, fighting off the defender. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long on the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. He's found some room at the 45. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Chris, how about that? A quick slant that goes for this many yards at a touch.
Oh, and it's blocked. And they grab it. It's a live ball here.
Oh, what a play by this defense. Trailing in the second half, Really, the only way you can get back into this game is create turnovers. Ball's on the ground, they pounce on it, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the Florida offense retakes the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. Scrambling. Now he'll make the throw.
That ball just seemed to sail on. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. Going for his running back. Looks left and finds his target there. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down at the 42.
Chris, I kind of feel like a coach right now, because I'm always wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when, as an inside linebacker, all you're ever taught, all you hear about is don't let him.
Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Who cannot stop him? He's in. Touchdown, Florida.
You know, this touchdown, it actually gives them a chance now that they're down 10. Really critical. You pull out the two-point play. You got to hit it to make it a one-possession game.
PAT is good. They still trail, though. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. The defense still has 3 timeouts remaining. We're hoping they decide not to use them. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And the defense calls time here with 23 seconds left. Second down after that previous play. It's a quarterback keeper. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. And a timeout taken by the defense. 18 seconds left on the clock.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, you're going to have to keep your eye on that defensive end. If he collapses down inside to the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself as a quarterback to the outside. Now, if he stays outside, you're going to go ahead and leave it in the running back's belly. In this case, if he pulled it, he got some good yards himself.
And a timeout taken now by the defense. 15 seconds to play. And the Vols will send their punt team on the field. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And the returner will be brought down. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Breaks loose at the 40. And they wrap him up and bring him down in what is the final play of the game. Let's be honest, all wins are not equal. You go in there and hammer your rival. Get bragging rights. That's sweet, man.
Yeah, this one is a little bit different. I mean, this is a game you anticipate, you look forward to the entire offseason. You're thinking about it. Now you get a big win against your rival. You're riding that high much longer than your standard win.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.